Hi everybody, my name is Edgar and welcome to Hoarded Board channel. And we're gonna talk about Essen Spiel. Uh, I have a list for you guys about the top 15 games to demo there at Spiel. I'm gonna make some more videos about like the games that I'm interested in. So my need, wants, and like games. Not sure if I'm gonna talk to them about them in one video or just gonna split them into like need and want, and then my likes in a separate video. But those are coming down the pipeline. Today we're talking about the 15, and these are actually in order. I ordered them. How much I yeah like them from their appearance, their descriptions, and yeah, their overall like maybe uniqueness about it. Not sure if I'm gonna demo all of them, but the first two I certainly want to demo if they are there, because sometimes some things can happen. They're on the list for demo. Uh, uh, some of them are on demo only. I think only one of them is really there for you can buy it, that game. I will say which one it is, but most of them are like demo only, um, except the one. And yeah, I'm gonna go through this list, and I hope to get to demo a few of them. Number one and two, I certainly want to demo. I will. I'm not gonna wait for like forever, but I'm gonna just gonna stand there and ask them like, how long does it take for this group to finish? And I really want to demo this, because I'm really excited. I think some other ones I can also demo. There's a few. I think there's one or two small games that I can demo, but as well, because they're not that. They don't sound that big and or like a big time commitment, even if I do the whole game. And I'm very curious on what capacity these games are going to be demoed. If it's like a full game, if it's like just rounds one and two. Maybe some of them I can just watch people play it and get a feel out of it, and get me excited for later in the future. Even though we're talking about games that we also can get now, but that is a different list. So that is a list about my needs and wants games that are coming up. But this is a fun little game. I always like to check the only demo games and see what's coming up in the near future, or some of them far future. I don't have a timeline for these games when they are coming out. Um, there's only the one game that is for sale there. I don't even know when that is coming out, like in a retail, what the window of that one is, but that one is, I think, almost out. The Dice Tower did a review of that one. So, without any further ado, that is the information that you know what this video is about and what we're going to talk about today. So, let's get into it. So, get your Essen Spiel tickets now, and I have this as a placeholder. I didn't want to spoil the first page, but let's get to it. So, and you see here a little bit of the first parts of the word, so maybe you can guess a few of them. Oh no, you cannot see it. Haha, I hid them. Yes, I hid them. So you cannot see them. Yeah, I hid that part of the. I hid the tabs. Yeah, so yes, you have to watch the video to know what games I'm talking about. The first one is a game that I think some people will, that know a bit about this company. It's from Game Brewers. Game Brewers is shutting down. They are calling it quits. They're still gonna put, for people that are watching this for the first time. Don't know if people don't have this information yet, because maybe they don't. But I want to reiterate this as people in other videos maybe have iterated it, is that the games from Game Brewers on the Kickstarter are still fulfilling, but they're wrapping this up and nicely. They announced that. I think some games already have like new publishers. I think this is one of them, and I'm talking about Algae or Algae, yeah, Algae. Algae Inc. By the way, so it's not actually about the. It's not really a nature game per se. It's nature adjacent, I always say. Um, But this one also has another company which is on one of their boxes. So I think it's one more. Let me just check here. It says Giant Rock, but also saw like another publisher, but that may be a local publisher from another country or something. I don't know. I saw it on one of the boxes, but let's go back to overview. So this is where you you're part of a company. Algae Inc. Is a company that produces and makes a lot of cosmetics based on algae and plants in the ocean, and makes bioplastics and biodiesel. And you manage one of the sectors of the company. But you're it's not really, I think, a cooperative game. Let's check. I didn't see that. Full credits. So, oh, sorry about that. I have an itch. Ah, okay. So, I think it's still one person wins, but you're the same company but different parts of the company. So I think one of them might be the biofuel section of the company. The other one is just the cosmetics, and so the mechanisms are like there's an action queue, income, tech trees, tech tracks, and tile placement. So what are you doing in this game? Is you want to help the company. So you want to assemble an assembly line, assemble your team of operators, engineers, and scientists, and it's a medium-heavy game. Combines resource management, tableau building, and some multiprocessing. And you have a unique player board, and you must adapt your strategy on what you get. And sometimes your player board will denounce a little bit of what you can start off with in which directions. Um, and you must keep a close eye on what your colleagues are doing. Get a lot of space on the board, and I like it that. Let me see what it says. You can get the engineer tiles and to improve your factory, and then science tiles to allow you to improve your actions. And so one action will affect the next one. So I really think this is a great idea on paper. Uh, let's go and check out some pictures. So so we have algae here. Let's make it. Oh, it's not that much bigger, but I like the cover. It's okay. These symbols I go like, nah, I don't know. It's an okay cover. It's still evocative, but so we have here the player. I think these are the player boards. Yes, and this is the so you have two player boards that just you can put them together or side by side. I think, and I think this is the middle board. Whoa, whoa! This is too. It's gonna get too big. Nope. It's maybe I can just. Oh, can I? Oh, so you see here some player boards, and I don't know if these are already here or that you cover stuff up. This is the most intriguing part for me, how these actions flow or these tiles flow about. Or they look as if they are loose. I don't know if it's like a puzzle thing that you put together and then the actions flow through the puzzle. But it looks. Can I maybe because it's upside down? This is the main board. I think so. Oh no, this is I think the worker placement part of the board. Then you have this part that is like Europe. So you're doing stuff here on the board as well. Oh. I like these things slotting in here. That makes it very interesting. Or maybe you have to take them out to get actions. I don't know. I think you do slot them in, but yeah, it looks very cool. And yeah, let me just get some other pictures before I go to the next game. Ooh, yep. So it's a big table presence. It looks like a big table presence. And then you have your workers. Oh, here, Giant Rock. But I think I saw another company. But hey, uh, maybe I was mistaken. So that is Algae from. I think this is one is on Kickstarter. I'm not sure if this one is for sale there, but it is gonna be demoed. I think it was demo only. Um, so yeah, that is Algae from Alley Cat Game. It's from 1 to 4 players, by the way, 1920 minutes, ages 14 and up, and quite heavy, 4.22. But it looks very clean and manageable. So I like when games are heavy. I hope that they are just a well written rulebook is essential. Player age is essential, and that it is smooth, and iconography is also very clear. Then I don't mind playing a heavier game. So that is on number 15. I actually put this on order, in order. Number 14 is a game that I found the premise so hilarious. Uh, it's called Monster Rock. So Monster Rock is a game for 1 to 5 players. Oh, by the way, I didn't talk about Elsie. It's from Julia Thiemann and Christopher Wager, and the artist is Maxime Sarceau. I'm sorry if I butcher your language, but I really feel that artists and designers should get credits on videos. So I really want to give them a shout out because they put their hard, they put their hard earned, no, not hard earned. They put their time into these projects. So yeah. So we have Monster Rock. 1 to 5 players, 6 to 100 minutes, ages 12 and up. Doesn't have a weight yet, but I think this is not gonna be heavy. It's gonna think maybe be mid to low mid game in heaviness from designer Amanda Milne and Martin Wallace of all people. uh, do I have any Martin Wallace games? I don't think so. I'm actually a youngling in this industry. And the artist is Frans Wolwinkel. Sounds half Dutch, half German. For some, because Winkel means shop. Uh, okay, so we have a game about. it's a it's a tale of adventures, treasures, and dragons, and now this is meant for the citizens of Paradise City. The people that were enemies now became friends, and there's still some pockets of magic remaining, and now there's a new form of entertainment that brings everyone together, and that's rock and roll. Uh, and King Richard, the son of Nicholas the Good, has never really liked people. His paranoia is growing worse, and he's building an army of robots to subsidiate the good citizens of Paradise City. I guess there are humans and fancy creatures living together. Um, so only the people can stop the Mad King, but they need inspiration to do so. So I think the rock band are humans, and the audiences are fancy creatures, maybe, because you have to uh, uh, you have to make you're a band, and you're trying to attract all these other races to get to be in your kind of army, I guess. And the thing is, for example, if you have halflings or simple folk, and a popular ditty is all they need to entertain them, so I found that funny. And elves are far more sophisticated and they need more well-crafted melody. Or you can play two undead as well. So I don't know how much fancy audiences are in this game. Can play up to 5, competitive or cooperatively, and there's also a solo mode. And I like this for the theme. It also looks very colorful. So we have here the cover. It looks very colorful. This doesn't look like a human. I don't know what's going on here. It's about this king that doesn't like humans, but this one and oh, this one is an elf. So I think maybe only the singer is human. So and this one is from. I have to check the company. Just wait a minute. The company that makes this game is from Shmuel Games. Don't know that publisher, by the way. But we have here the cover, which is a nice cover. Down with the king, no dog. So it's kind of um, like a protest kind of a concert. So you're getting all these people riled up. I don't know if that's. I don't know if you do the revolt part of the game or not, or it's just the concert part. But I think it's just the concert part, and the rest is just uh, why you're doing the concert. So you have these cards. They look nice. Now that I look at some of the cards, which I haven't looked before, I looked at some pictures of games here, but it looks kind of a bit. This looks creepy. Oh, the robot fuzz. Police. And this is the map. I think these are gonna be maybe spectators cards that you put there. Uh, I don't know about the point track being CDs. It can be very like I cannot see where the points are, kind of like scenario. But the rest looks good. I just don't like the score track. And there's a bank, a museum. You see some people being played. Oh, actually, no. Well, I was gonna say I'm not gonna. I don't usually put people here on the site, but hey, if they're on BDG, then I think it's okay. Um, yeah, you have. Oh, these you also put cards here. I think these are just locations. Yeah, these are locations, and you put cards here. I think these are people that you're trying to attract on these different parts of the city or the yeah, I think the city. Uh, so yeah, you those are the pictures available. It looks very fun, so I hope to if it's low on the list, but if I have time to demo this game, that is a Monster Rock from I think maybe it's a new studio. I don't know, a new publisher, Schmeely Games. And we're gonna continue to. That was number 14 of the 15. The next one I don't have much pictures of. It was actually first actually on number 15, but then these this one I just like the premise of it, so it stayed a little bit lower, but not that low. It's still low, but it's some of the games have to be lower because others have a little bit more presence in on the BGG page, and I yeah, those are good. Just yeah, some games have to be lower, but doesn't mean that they're bad. So it's called whoa, it took time to load. That's weird. It was already up. So it's Avalon: The Riven Veil. It's a game from 2 to 4 players, 60 to 120 minutes. For the NUP and weight 3.75. Don't by the way, don't take the weight like too serious into account because the game hasn't been out yet. It's actually for all of these games, to be honest. And it's maybe what the designers or some people that playtest have rated it. So it can still go. It's a range. It's a range. So it's from designer Jamie Jolly and artist Pedro Nunes and Aitor Sebastian from Shadowborn Games. Uh, there's not many pictures. It's about Arthur and Mordred. They fell and they died. Like they didn't fell down. They didn't fall down the stairs, but maybe they got killed. I don't know what happened. I'm not good at the Arthurian legends, to be honest. The body is taken to Avalon, and Mordred followed. Okay. By the way of the forbidden lore, his body endured the wounds of Excalibur and followed along the hidden paths, along the hidden ways of Avalon, which should be an island. Now the veil has been lifted, and there's a beacon, and everybody's coming to the beacon, good and bad. It's 2 to 4 player Arthurian-based area control and exploration game. You lead mighty factions to the Mist Veil to discover what waits on the mystical Isle of Avalon. Explore the mists, discover legendary items of power, bond mythic beasts, hunt for the Grail, and prepare for war. There are some miniatures. I really like the cover though. So this is the cover. It's beautiful. I will put this on the wall, to be honest. It's really cool, and only now I see the dragon because I and this bird. Also, I don't know if any of these games are coming to Kickstarter, by the way. So I don't have any information about that. But if this would come to Kickstarter next year, I would gladly back it. There's some glorious miniatures. So yeah, look at this. This is so cool that they now have miniatures where they like, I would say fuse, because then it's like it's not one mold of one thing. I think they fuse like different like transparent pieces to uh, other pieces, so that a part of the miniature looks transparent or has like a blue transparent glow like here. It's really cool. Um, I like this one with, oh, it also has a transparent part here. It's really nice. So yeah. Oh, look at this sword. This looks very nice. The thing is, I haven't looked at all the pictures of all the games. I just browsed a little bit to it. So I'm now being surprised as you are watching it with me. So this is like a troll, and I like this animal as well. It's a deer, I know. I just forgot about the word. I just got so caught into, oh, this is so amazing. So, oh, this is a close up. Oh, even like the hilt of the sword. Okay, this should maybe be more up on my radar, but it's lower because I haven't seen a board. Just showing me miniatures just lets me know that, like, hey, you're doing well on the production side, but production is also the board. Oh my god, this is just like energy coming from him. This looks very cool. This is one to keep an eye on. Oh, so this is like the light side. I like it that they use these colors, and this is the dark side. So the thing is, when you're painting them, this is actually very nice. You can already paint these a little bit darker. You're still going to. Oh, how do you paint these? Oh, fuck. So I'm going my brain going from left to right, because the thing is you have to tape the transparent parts. Hope not a single paint comes on it. When you're doing the primer. The thing is, you can't really spray this. I think it's going to be very difficult. I think you have to do it with a brush, but it's still possible. And then you can have it already like with a dark one. There's also like there's a dark underlayer in there from the miniatures. These look great. This box, oh, it continues here on the side. I love it when you have like a very cool box like that. It's I'm going to buy and ask them if they're gonna put these. I can also print it, by the way, but it's not as beautiful as you get like an art piece. I'm gonna ask them if they're gonna do that because it looks amazing. And look at these miniatures. They look great. Those are all the pictures, but still enough to get me excited on like at least the production side. And they have like also awesome poses. I love that. So that is Avalon, the Rivenvale. On number 15, 14, 13, 12. Number 12 is Kuldara, because you already saw it. Because I was like, what is the Kuld? Because on the tab you see a little part of the word because I have a lot of tabs open. This game just got me interested. Production wise, it still looks a little bit too busy, but this is a game for 1 to 4 players, 45 to 90 minutes, ages 12 and up, weighs about 3.00, right down the kind of middle. No, well, that's a little bit higher than the middle. It's 2.5 at the middle. Maximum is 5. I thought it was 6. It's from designer Glenn de Jager, and there's no artist, by the way. But it's from Jolly Dutch Productions. So it's about the inhabitants of Kuldahara. They left the 9-year-old village in the Thar Desert in India overnight because Zalim Singh, the Grand Vizier of the Ottoman Empire, preyed on the people's possessions and the daughter of the people's leader, and decided to burn everything to not leave anything behind for the Ottoman Empire. And then they disappeared without a trace. I think it's about real history. I'm not sure. So if somebody knows if it's real history, just let me know. If this really happened, I'm really interested about the history of it. So the thing is, you are like grave robbers. Um, Let me see what is. Okay, but not everything went up in smoke, so there's still gems and stuff like that. You're desert robbers, you cannot pass the chance to go there, but there are like also ghosts there of the villagers still wandering around to protect against intruders. You have to make valuable amulets, you have to get resources, make amulets with these gems, um, and give them to Lord Shiva. Um and if you win the Lord Shiva's favor before sunset, you will be eternally protected from the terror of the evil spirits. So last 4 rounds correspond to the day, so between uh, two parts of the morning, evening, afternoon, and so on. Um, you get 15 energy from actions and ride to your camel through the desert, digging up gems in the ruins, and so on, and making those amulets. Um, Let me see. I was also going to speak in Dutch. Every round the sun changes, so the route's going to be different. You have to have more energy to go that route because the sun is shining on the desert. I really like that because it makes it very thematic. Uh, the amount of energy needed to travel in the sunlight will always be the highest. So the thing is, it will maybe some. I think some things will cast shadow, uh, maybe some structures or how you go about the board. Uh, you have to use your energy wisely, plan your actions carefully, and plan how you will create amulets and chain the creation of amulets as a good puzzle to make powerful combos. Uh, let's. There are a lot of images, so sometimes if I click, I can go back. Oh, so this is really the last image. So then, oh, so this is some art. The art looks okay, like water painted. Uh, this looks this is the first time I actually see this. There's these rings that they're using. So this is like an action that you have to use one of those rings. I think we'll come to that. I saw the picture of it. This is like how to make an amulet. I think you have to use these gems. Amulet of Dreams. Uh, I don't like much of the because it looks like this is stock footage. It can be that this is just a prototype. It really looks prototypey. But I have high hopes for this, and this is like you have to maybe make it in this pattern in some way. So they're like there's also the board. Oh, maybe this is your board, and you want to make those patterns to make those amulets with those gems. And you have to put them in certain spots. Oh, can I have some boards, please? Okay, so you have a picture of the board here. You have these rings, and you put them here. Oh, now I see it because this I haven't seen this. I saw something about a board, but maybe that was a prototype from before, and they maybe they changed it. You have these. Oh, oh, sorry. I will just not do that anymore because there are more pictures. So yeah, it's you have these camels, and depending on the sunlight, I don't know if there's a sunlight dial to denote where the sun is coming from, and it takes more energy to go to a certain part, which I like. It's a good thing to to incorporate in a game. Like, hey, you cannot do everything in the same amount that you did the last time because things are changing. So this is actually nice. I think the rings have I don't know what the colors mean, by the way. Maybe that this ring has to be purple, and the rest don't have to have a color. So these are extra hard to do, maybe, because I don't see the rings here in this picture. on this part of the amulet, and it looks very nice. The only thing is like I don't really like the artwork of the board, but it's still I think in prototype form. Uh, Actually, maybe there was another game that looked. There was another game that looked busy. This doesn't look busy, so I got this maybe confused. But it looks nice. So the thing is, these camels you have to put them in the camels, and you have to go back to your base. I don't really like the board that much, but I hope they change it. They changed it. This looks nice. It looks a bit basic, but I have high hopes for this game to that they would make it even better. Yeah, this is definitely prototype, but that's cool. Cool the Hara, and it looks very cool. It's very prototypey, but I see what they're going for. Ah, poor camel. So the next game, and uh, this is number 11, and that is the only game that I know is going to be for sale there for sure. It's not the only game, maybe the other ones are, but this one's at least I know it's going to be for sale there, and that is Galileo Galilei. The Dice already did a review for it. Man vs. Meeple have played it. I think they're still playing it as I make this video. It's Saturday, it's like Sunday, 1 in the morning, by the way. Um, and they're playing it, and I really like the how it is to play a certain aspect of this game. There's one aspect that I also didn't like. It was mentioned in the video of the dice tower, but we'll get to that. I still have high hopes for it that it will not be that bad. But Galileo Galilei is from Pink Troubadour Games, and from Thomas Holek and Michael Peichel, Peichel, if I pronounce it correctly, that did the art. 1 to 4 players, 80 to 120 minutes, ages 12 and up, and the weight is about a 2. So the thing is it's a Euro style game. If you take the role of an astronomer, you will observe new planets, find star system, develop your telescope, and make breakthroughs in the difficult age of obscurantism. Obscurantism. You use your telescope to select one of the 5 actions available, with you being able to evolve these actions. You collect cards and stuff like that, but you have to be wary of the Inquisitors, will give you minus points, and you also have to handle them in a way during the game. That was actually the part that is maybe you think that it's like something hanging on your feet while you're playing the game. There's not much art. There's not much pictures, I mean. The art of the cover is amazing, by the way. Oh, there are more pictures. I thought it was less pictures. This is Black Production. I don't know if this is a final copy. This score track doesn't look like the... Yeah, maybe it is. I don't know. I saw them playing it, but the score track didn't look like that white. But so I will check. Here are people playing it. So as you see here, this is your player board. You're gonna have different player powers depending on the person that you're playing. And this telescope will start, I think, in one of the spaces, and then you can move it 1 or 2 spaces. You can do the outer action that will always be fixed, and you can do the inner action. But as soon as you do the inner actions, I will just let me see if I can make it bigger. So as soon as you do, see, these are tiles. As soon as you do that action, you take that tile, put it here, and you slide everything there. The thing is, these actions here, the outer actions, they will stay the same, and you will try to get points. You're also going to use dice for certain actions. You're going to go up tracks. There's some end game scoring here so that you can influence. You're going to get these cards which you will put here, so you're going to lay them down sideways, and then give you certain actions. And the Inquisitors go here, so they start here with minus points, and you have to move them up here, or else you cannot really score that much, because if they stay here, you're gonna get a lot of minus points. And some actions will attract inquisitors, because that time you go like, hey, the sun is is the center our of our universe, not really our universe, but of our solar system. Um, and the Inquisitors didn't like that because they were sent by the church. And yeah, so that is what the Inquisitors like thematically do. So that is Galileo Galilei. Uh, you also have here something, I forgot what this track was, by the way, but you see here like the cards. Oh, I'll just let you know. So here are the cards, and I think you can take some of these actions. Um, there's one that there's a player that puts like tattoo style shapes on these cards, which I find very interesting. So they're all different uh, real people that have different powers and different ways to uh, different boards for different players. So that's Galileo Galilei. So we go now. We could now our number 10. So number 10 is House of Fado. This is close to my heart, and people know that I'm Portuguese. Well, if you don't know, now you know. And I would hear my friends saying like, why isn't this higher on your list? I like games that it's more relatable to me if there's a game from Portugal. Of course, it's like, hey, that's where my parents are from. I was born here in the Netherlands. Well, I'm shaking the cam. Um, but I have very strong ties to Portugal, and I I like going there a lot every summer. And the thing that uh, I always get when I look at games from Portugal, or they're very heavy, or like Lacerda, like Lisboa, uh, and usually they're quite heavy. This one is not that heavy, it's like middle of the road 2.5. House of Father is 1 to 4 players, 30 to 60 minutes, ages 14 and up. Oh, by the way, it is a Vital Lacerda. And it's Ron Quintela Martins, and the artist is Marina Costa. It's from Eagle Griffin Games. And the thing is, uh, this one I still have to play it because the brothers Murph have talked about this game, and I saw like uh, it really looked a lot. It gave me a lot of vibes for Taverns of Tiefenthal, which is a game that I like, and maybe I should get it to my. I liked it more and more as I played it, and maybe I should get it in my collection. But it's a game that um, this looks like a lighter version of Seven Sea Fatal. So you're attracting customers because Fado is a music that is mostly described because it speaks of about saudade. So that is more about longing, nostalgia, missing something or someone. It was now there are two waves of Fado. There was when Fado was sung in Portugal. It was more sung by women first. Then men started singing as well. It's more about. It started with the women uh, sing about these longing and nostalgia from earlier times, and also because they were talking about their husbands going out to sea and hoping that they would see them again, and that the tragedy would not struck. So that's why they sang also these songs. Um, and you're trying to attract people to your restaurant because you're gonna uh, get some try to get some artists to your restaurant. Your artists can level up at certain parts. You can put posters up when your artist is at a certain height of fame. It turns into a poster, and but then you cannot hire them anymore because they're too expensive for your restaurant. And yeah, you can seat people in front of the restaurant. You have to also hire because Father is always sung by three people. Like you have the ideally it's three people. Sometimes it's four, but usually it's three. You have the singer that sings the Fado. You have the one that has the guitarra portuguesa. That's a 12-string Portuguese guitar, and the person singing is the fadista. And you have the viola de fado, that's the classical guitar. So those two guitars are being played when you have a fado. So if you ever go to Portugal, check that out. And by the way, you also have like the new fado, which I forgot to tell you. It's more like it's still about longing, but not always. It's also sometimes about like, hey, life now, and it can also be happy. Like an artist that I really like singing fado, and she does two styles. Sometimes it's more the nostalgic side, sometimes more like the happy side, and her name is Anna Mora. Um, and now I'm actually talking about fado, not talking about the game. But the thing is, I think I'm very proud of that part of my heritage, about the culture of the country that I'm so in love with, even if I wasn't born there. But my ties are so strong that I still have a Portuguese citizenship. So your managers, you move the staff around and trying to get the most points. So this is how it looks like. I like the cover. It looks very nice. I like the graphic design. I like the the font style. And the thing is, oh, oh, this is in Portugal. Cool. And Vital said is Portuguese, by the way. It's still like so this is the board. You try to attract people to the tables, and there's a special table you can unlock later on. And you also have to get these notes so that you know what they're gonna play. And I was really actually this might be high. I now look at the production quality, and it looks very nice. Yeah, this is. It could have been higher up on my radar, but it's like an initial like list is like, hey, this can still even if I. The thing is, if I play it and I played all these games, they can still radically change in the list. This is just like for anticipation purposes. Um, you have these different workers. You also have like these uh, people that are like connoisseurs of fado. They can go to your restaurants. It's like people that write in papers, like the really uh, the people that are like a connoisseurs of fado, and you can attract them. And so here you have they also have like I think you can put dice here, so they get better with the dice. I think, yeah. So you can get money. There's some extra notes. Maybe you can put the notes here. No, they look too big. I think it's for the dice. You have the dice. You have these cubes of your player color. Like they have purple. You can get stars if you do certain stuff. I think the first person to get, I think, 4 stars. I think, or 3. Uh, triggers the end of the game. It's way too zoomed in. I want something that shows the whole board. Yeah, and some people can just be here at the bar. 1 to 4 players. Yep, I know that. Can I get an overview of the board? This is a bit better. So here you can also put posters and stuff like that. You have to attract people from the streets. I forgot that was a fun part. So you're gonna put some meeples on the street. You have to attract them. Oh yeah, here goes the dice, the melodies. You have some people from the streets here. Here's your worker placement spots. That's where you put the meeples. Yeah. I really want an overview of the game, but hey, you get the idea of the game. So, your personal player board is your restaurant, and the big players thing is the streets. You can hire also new artists and stuff like that, new musicians, and this one looks like a fun game. I really want. This one is also on my demo list. Maybe it will be higher on the demo. So that is House of Fado. And how about time? Oh, well, I'm still gonna finish the video. So um, that is that is number 10. Number 9 is, you know what? I'm gonna add to my collection or want to play. Let's do it for the other ones. Now that I'm here, so and no, I will just do it from here now on. I will come back to the other ones. Let's go back to the list. No distractions. This one came on my radar. It's Founders. Um, so, oh, did I? Yeah. So this is number 8. No, really? Oh my God! It's late. 1, 2, 4, 5. This is 9. Number 9. Yeah, it's Founders. Uh, let me see. It's a game from 2 to 5 players. It came late on my list, by the way. 35 to 60 minutes, age is 10 and up, weighs about 2.75. It's it says alternate names, Founders. Is this name not the final name? It's really weird. Why there's an alternate name? So it's really weird. Designer is Bragu Samson F. Perret, and artist is Leonard Dupont. Publisher is This Way! Exclamation point. So this one is I like it because it's like you have two teams. You have a teammate and you don't know who your teammate is in this game. So in the midst of a windswept snow landscape, a group of explorers discover a gigantic cave with a massive structure that radiates out from it. The master founders lay the foundation for what will become the city, home for the powerful guilds of ice. You will design and create this famous city from scratch. It's a strategic and an innovative game of tile placement where each player is in a hidden alliance with 2 other players. Oh, 2 other players even that they don't know. I think there's going to be some crossovers from 2 to 5 players. Yeah, from 10 years old. And the thing is, that's basically the only thing I know about it from the description. The thing is, this is what it looks like. I really like this. This is also art. I go like, I could have this on my wall. Just stare at it. Also, look at this art. I like this. It's not only art. So this is the game. I think you have to. It's a tiling game. Is this metal coins here? Wait. Is this? I think that's some metal coins. I don't know if if it's in the basic game or there's a deluxe version. Oh, sorry. Oh, I like the shape of the box as well. It doesn't look that big. Look at this. It looks so nice. I really like this art style. The colors and the graphic design is on point. Oh, and look at these wooden. Oh, it looks awesome. Why is there like 3 founders boxes? Is it like different upgraded parts, or can you choose your box? That would be cool. Different covers. Oh, I don't know. I like this one, but this one is like, hey, founders. These are the founders, right? So, and so I think you have a different character. Yeah, on your turn you can place or move your yak. Oh, you have yaks. Yakety yak, don't go back. The surveyor. This art looks amazing. Even if it's very not thematic on the board itself, I really like where this is going. Oh, this is the last picture. So yeah, this is very nice. Oh, even bigger. Some cards here. I think you put these structures up. It looks really nice. That is Founders. Number 7 is Nova Era. And the thing is, this was today on the Tabletop Together tool. Uh, the Tabletop Together tool is all kind of a little bit behind on the BG because BG puts it out first on their preview list, and then the person that does the Tabletop Together tool transports it over to their site with the links and everything else. So the thing is, today I went to the Tabletop Together tool. I had everything uh, uh, categorized by clicking on if I want it or not and stuff like that, or not want it or ignore. And the thing is, usually when you go to the starter page, when you open it, uh, when you go to your profile, you open up your profile, and the first thing is the games that you haven't prioritized. And there was suddenly one game, and it was this. And I looked like, oh, I like the font, Nova Era, and it's from Simon because when I opened the picture of the cover, it says Simon. I didn't even look at what was here. I was immediately interested, not because it's specifically Simon. I think Simon is just. Now Simon is lately in a little bit of financial trouble. I don't know how much of a dent it will bring them, to be honest, because I feel that Simon is way too much relying heavily on the Marvel United train now and the zombie side. And they cannot keep this up forever. They have to make some new IPs at a certain point. I like that they came up with a new game, or they saw like a new designer making a new game. I don't know if it's a new designer, but they said like, hey, this looks like something in our wheelhouse. So Nova Era is 2 to 4 players, 60 to 90 minutes, ages 12 and up. Still no weight limit, no weight here. Uh, Designer Andrea Chiaravesio and Agnes Ripoche is the artist from Simon Global Limited. So this is like a Civ game. You're gonna put tiles. The thing is, have to build the great civilizations. Blah blah. You can this is done by strategically choosing the most beneficial technologies, territories, and personalities from the tableau, evolving them as the players go to the annals of time. You score by different majority, different technologies, and fulfilling cards objectives. This one sounds interesting. Gameplay revolves around drafting and spending dice. I love dice. With different dice types providing different resources, bonuses, and penalties for players. The thing is, if you overextend your own dice, it can lead to civil unrest. And dice unused by players fill up the progress bars of natural disasters of the Dark Age, affecting all players across the table. So, once all dice action are taken, an era ends and a new one begins. At the end of 3 eras, the game ends and the most prosperous civilization wins. Not many pictures. The cover looks nice. It looks like one of those video game covers. It's like, oh, I'm gonna put this here and I'm gonna put this there. And look, hey, suddenly a plane goes. um, Also, looks a little bit like those phone games. The thing is, I think this is your the Civil Unrest track. If dice are not taken, I think the dice go here. I think if you fill it up with 3 dice you cannot use, I think it goes 1 up. I'm just guessing here. So you have knowledge and some other stuff. I saw that in the description, but I didn't read it. The thing is here, I think this is the tableau you can get cards from. You go up on tracks. It looks really nice. It looks clean. And I think dice go in these things. It looks a bit like Azul. And that's it. That's basically it. I don't know if there are more boards and they only show this. I like this comes with a bag, and I like the dice. It looks nice. I really want to check this one out. This one is one that I want to pass by the table. I'm going to pass by all of these. I hope. I'm going to make a plan for it. And maybe make a video of it to show you the components and stuff like that, if I can. I think it's allowed. If it's there, then okay. So yeah, this is one I'm going to check out. Uh, so uh, that is number. Oh, that's number 8. Wait, that's not number 7. 1, 2, 10, 9, 8. Yeah, that's 8. Yeah, that's 8. Now it's number 7. Number 7 is Fjordar. Fjordar came to my radar because I like the theme. You may think like on this picture that it's about Vikings, not completely on. I don't know, not completely untrue because it's a Viking ship, but it's I don't know why it has a rating of 8.3. Really weird. I don't know. Is it out yet? Well, I'll come to that. So it's a game. It says 2026, so it's not finished yet. I'm missing something. Okay, 1 to 4 players, 40 to 120 minutes, ages 40 and up, and a weight of 3. Designer is Frode. Oh, I'm not gonna pronounce this. Brando, and artist is Thomas Ducek. And that's the artist. And the publisher is Go to Pieces Games. I like. That's a fun publisher name. So the thing is, this is about 1 to 4 players, and instead of doing the Norwegian War, so you're going up. It's you make the board different every time. It's not completely at the Norwegian coastline, but it has a lot of the hexagons have different terrains that you find in Norway, and it begins in the year 1130. And when the king Sigurd Josefar died, and each player wants to have the most influence and stuff like that, left in the vacuum of the king's death. Um, it progresses to the 110 years of the conflict. Uh, you will spend you will use your heirs to spread influence on the board. You can through strength and influence through marriage. And if you go to the same tile, you have battles. And the thing is, you play cards, and everybody go like, blood rage much? But hey, also some of the cards will give you abilities, give you effects, and some effects even last to the next round, which I like, by the way. So you can actually strategically plan ahead. Um, so it's a modular semi-abstract three-dimensional board with typical Norwegian landscapes, mountain fjords and islands without being a map of Norway. You can set it up differently, so it will be different every time. So the player turns go like this. You play a card with movement points and various abilities. Use the movement points to move your units and establish supply lines. If you have moved one or more units into an area with an enemy soldier, then you have combat. You add cards to add values to that combat uh, in secret and reveal them simultaneously. Uh, you may use units to perform various actions at different locations. So different locations give you different actions, which is cool. For example, in forest you can build new ships, churches, and villages. In villages you can muster troops. I like it that it evolves on the board. So if we go to a forest, I can make ships, and then I can sail away. Um, Points are scored for building new stave structures, burning stave churches, founding new villages, igniting beacons, and moving your heirs between castles. And you can also marry between get marriages to do it in a more peaceful way. I don't know how that one works, but I like how it looks. It looks really cool. So actually, I have to show you this one first. This one I was like, this looks great. I don't know what it is. It's maybe the height differences. Like, hey, those are ice. That's like a mountain there, like here, and there's ice around it, and then you go lower, and there are forests, and this looks like maybe ice or something as well. Uh, I like the ships. It looks really, really, really cool. And these are modules, so you can actually exchange stuff in a different way, reorganize it for in a different game. Uh, so let's see if there's more. Oh, nope. I like that it's like with these banners, and I like how it looks. If this is like the tokens, is it? I don't know if this is wood or like those very thick cardboards that some games now used to have. I don't even mind this. Like, hey, there's a forest here. There's a forest thing here, but it's like, hey, it's cardboard. I don't need plastic every time. I like it's like, hey, you can put here some goods and you can sail away and make a supply line. Um, it looks really nice. I should like stop for a moment because you guys have to pause the other ones. It looks really, really nice. I haven't even shown you the cover yet. You saw a small one on the first page of BGG, but this look now they made like a city here or like a village. It looks nice. This looks really cool. Ah, look, it looks nice. This also looks cool. It looks a bit like it's kind of like pictures that people post and then they drew over it a bit. But hey, I will give it a pat because the board looks so good. It looks really cool, and that is by the way, there was something more to it. No, that's it. I was confused with another game, so yeah, that's number 7. I have 6 more to go, and I'm talking too much about these games. Oh, I don't care. It's gonna be a long video, but hey, it's all for fun and for you to know what my interests are in this. So this one is maybe the one that I'm going to talk the least about because it's a smaller game. Not as much to talk about, but it's less than the other games. And this is called OctoCube. And this one is just like there's only one picture, and I'm gonna talk about the description, and I just want to play this because it's like 2 to 4 players, 25 minutes, ages 8 and up, from Carl Lang and artist Clement Mason, publisher from Sit Down, and Sit Down makes great games, and I'm actually excited for this one. I don't know, oh, this is only a demo, but if this one was on sale, I don't think it would be like that expensive. Well, maybe because it has magnets, and I don't think it would be like that big expensive. I don't know. But the thing is, like under the sea, you play an octopus. Uh, Playful octopuses compete in dexterity to collect objects carelessly abandoned by their neighbors above. So on your turn, you have these cubes that are octocubes, the octopuses, and you roll your cube octopus into an adjacent space. So you don't roll it like this; you just roll it, and they have magnets. So if I roll it like this, the underside will stick to. I will show the picture in a minute. It will stick to a towel because it's magnetic. Um, the towel will stick to the cube via magnetism. When you choose, ideally after several rotations, to maximize your cube capacity, retrieve your cube to unload its towel before placing it back into play. You can arrange it on your player board. The player who scores the most points to majority object colors wins the game. So you're trying to get the most object of a certain most tiles of a certain object and maybe colors. And the cover looks really cool. It's like, oh, Octocube. I would be interested in like saying like, hey, what is that? Can you explain the game to me? Oh. So you have here the cube. I think this is a prototype, and yeah, I think the magnets here on top. So this this looks like a prototype. I think the cubes will have like a different art on it, and then you're gonna grab these things and oh, there are multiple stacks. So the thing is like if this one rolls to the side, a new style will be revealed. This is so much. This looks like so much fun. If they have like some player powers and some small little things, it doesn't have to be complex. This could be like, I'm gonna call it. This could be in the running for Game of the Year at the Spiel next year. It has that potential. I'm calling it. I'm calling it right now. Hopefully, I get it right. Do I get something for getting it right? I don't know. Oh, that's Octocube. So then let's go to number five. Number five is a game that looks gorgeous. Just by looks alone, it came on this list. Um, so this is Gems of Iridesia. 1 to 4 players, 30 to 90 minutes, ages 14 and up, and weight 2. This is from Roberto Panetta, artist Michael Dasho, Sarah Fried Conlon, and publisher Rock, Stone, and Dice Games. And this is the fantastical world of Iridesia. There's been a cataclysm and people went to the sky and then they come back because it's now safe to return for the residents to come home. You take the role of one of the 4 clans to explore the lands, mine gems, restore ancient relics, and find the lost Iridia stone to ascend to the throne and reunite the people of Iridesia. It's easy to learn, fun to work, fun to master worker placement. There's procedural luck in it to complete the mine. As they compete to mine gems, restore relics, and ascend to the throne of a rich gem-filled world. So you explore the land by flipping over land tiles, revealing the hidden gems beneath them, and then rolling dice to mine them. Each gem color is tied to a dice value that can be manipulated to help your cause. If you roll high enough, you can claim more gems, add them to your cargo hold, providing you have a valuable resource for restoring relics and scoring royalty points. You can sell it at the Rummy the Traveling Merchant. You can sell the gems, and you can purchase tools. Your trove of gems can be used to restore ancient relics. It can give you a lot of points, and yeah, and a lot of treasures to discover. The thing is, the cover looks great. So I really like this. This looks like an Adventure Time kind of game. It looks like Adventure Time, or like a spin-off of Adventure Time, or one of these like underrated. Adventure Time was, I don't know if a lot of people watched Adventure Time. I think it was like maybe after the fact that a lot of people went back to, and that's why it went back to it, and it got popular. I don't know. But this looks great. I don't know if I should go left or right. I like the art. It's so. I feel like I'm in that world. Like, hey, here are some potions. I like the wooden meeples. Not everything has to be miniatures. This is great. I like the gems that are like wooden. I don't know if this is like from the standard version of the game or deluxe components, or if it's already deluxeified. I mean. Oh, here, split 1 gem in your combo hold into 2 gems of the same color. That's cool. Here you have the tiles. This fun elf guy again. I like how these are printed. It looks so cool. The colors are top notch. The book, okay. Trade 2 gems. You can use these cards. I just like this looks great. Is there? You have to flip the tiles. Yep. These are. Look at this. This looks great. It really looks great. Oh, there's a robot even with wheels. And use your dice for stuff. Yeah, it looks like a lightweight, very fun game. I think this looks like in the heavy characters as the Flamecraft game. If we go like Flamecraft, and this is like, I would say like this, it's the same weight, in a way, maybe. So I think you put the things here and then you discover them. Yeah, they look awesome. There's an overview of the board and all the components. It looks nice. It's just like discovering and trading it in for gems. It looks like a nice game. And that is Gems of Iridesia. Number 4 is Fast Factory. Fast Factory, it's a small game, but it looks so good. So Fast Factory is a 2 to 6 player game, 20 minutes, also on the short side. I really want to demo this one. Ages 8 and up, from designer Rolf Surlinde, and David Tosello is the artist, and it's from Haba. And Haba now doesn't have like that yellow presence on their board. They have, I don't know if it's a different line, or instead they're gonna do the, I will call it the yellow line for now, but this looks like a more like puzzly line, I think. They had another game that was also in the banner of a white background and the Haba, red Haba logo. So this is the players form two teams and take on the role of high ambitious assembly robots who get every move right. The rules are very simple. The task surprisingly tricky. The aim is to move 4 components back and forth, turn them over, stack them, and nest them without making any mistakes. The key to success are overview and teamwork, a steady hand and speed and nerves of steel. The faster team wins the order card and thus becomes a little closer to victory. That's the only description. But the thing is, there's this wall in between. So this is what the cover looks like. It's also a little bit how the gameplay works. You can see from the cover. So you have to do some things to make the right pattern, I think. So the thing is, can I get some? Whoa. So you have this. The first time I actually seen this part of the components, and you have to make a certain structure here. I think this one says you have to make this, for example. So you have to. I think these are the instructions that you have to follow, and isn't there like a wall that's, I don't know. I thought I saw a wall that you have to say like, hey, this one goes there, that goes there. Or maybe you don't need a wall, you just need that card. You can put it in front of you. But I think, yeah, you have to make this. But, I think the green, you have to finish on the green one, I think. So I think the background color is where the structure has to stand. So, yeah. I think you have to be faster than the other team. So it's 2 to 6. You can have 3 teams. So you have this. This is the logo that Haba has now on these new games. So yeah, I'm very interested in this one. It could be a fun game to finish out like the evening with or start the evening with. So that is Fast Factory. Now number 3. If I could buy, oh god, if I could buy all of them, maybe I would. But if I could buy my top 3, I even like the Fast Factories, or maybe the top 4, or maybe the Octo Cube would be a bit higher, maybe the top 5 instead of the Gem one. I don't know. But if I could buy the top 3, I think I would be happy. So number 3 is a game that looks gorgeous, and it's called Spiel. It's about fortune tellers. 2 to 4 players, 30 to 90 minutes, ages 12 and up, and weighs about 3. It's from Math on Games, from Luca Grippo and Paolo Rassidi. The designer, the artist, I don't know. So in Spiel, 2 to 4 fortune tellers want divine approval. 4 days will be randomly extracted during the game setup, each providing a different end game goal. The first player to fulfill 2 of these goals wins the game. So the thing is, you have a deck of 22 almost available, I don't know what that means, tarot cards, each related to a specific action. In a round, 3 cards are chosen and played from the deck to take the related actions, and 3 are played face down to guess opponent's play, I think. you first put the ones that you think people are gonna guess, and then you reveal the ones simultaneously because that's what make more sense. And then you take actions printed on the tarot cards. Players interact with the game's components. So if you have customers, resource generating engines, dispute between the players. There's artifacts, tarot cards to manage the availability. Artifacts are power ups. Uh, the whole shebang, tracks, resources, tokens, and many more. Um, and it's more about predictive bidding, combos, chain of actions, and interaction, which makes it so. And it looks so. I only saw one picture and I was like, I like the cover. The cover looks awesome. Um, the thing is, should I go left or right? Right. So this doesn't show you much. It's the board with some dice. This looks. Oh, I think maybe this year I want to try more demo games than I did last year. Um, Look at these eyes. This looks. This looks like these games that you go like, oh, this is different. And if I take it with me, it's like, hey, people go like, hey, what is this? It's like, hey, this is a totally different game. Then it has maybe mechanics that you already know, but in such a new way. So, um, well, I'll go look for some other. I don't know what's going on here. Where you have this board. I thought it was only cards, but this looks awesome. Yeah, you put some cards face down, I guess, also. Uh, there's a action sheet, a player sheet. Oh yeah, you have the cards here face down. Oh. To predict, I guess. So yeah, and the cards look amazing. They look awesome, and the graphic design looks. Oh, of course, it's made into top three. I like everything about this. Like you're really interacting with other players directly. What they are, the action that they are going to do. Can I have some artwork? I'm just going very quickly through these. You can pause them because I'm really trying to find some artwork. Oh. You can see a little bit of artwork, but I want some like in your face artwork. So just keep going. It looks real nice. Oh, here you have some artwork. It's upside down, but this is the closest I can get to the cards. It looks really good. It looks, yeah. Okay, that's it. I could have stopped right here, but there are two games. These last two, definitely gonna get demoed. High up on my list. I also want to demo this one. It doesn't seem like to be. How long was it? 30 to 90 minutes. I could do a demo of this. Okay. Whew. Okay. Last two. How long am I doing this video? Yeah, 1.5 hours. That's fine for 15 games. So, sorry about the long video. I could have cut it in two, but it's like, no, it's really weird. And you have like 7 and then 8 games on one video. And so, no. This, oh, I think you already saw it. This is a game that I'm so hyped about since it was announced. I was like, it was also there last year when I bought their first game. This is a new publisher. I bought Age of Rome from them. A game that I still love to play. I don't get the table as much, but if people want to play it, I would gladly play it because it's such a nice game. So this is from Teetotum Game Studios. They are very nice, by the way. That is why I love Essen. Is like you can go to, and this is not a stab at the big companies, but that's how the beast works. That's how the reality is. If you go to a big company, you can have you can just sit. You can go to their booth, sit down, and have them. Sorry, I have an itch. You can have them explain the game. But the thing is, you never see the people that are from the company that started out the company small. That's why I love to go to Essen, because there's always these small companies where you can go like, hey, can you explain this game? It's like, hey, yeah, okay. Yeah. When it was Age of Rome, the person explaining to me did the artwork. I was like, oh, you did the artwork. I have them. I have all the people signed. I have all the people that were at the Teetotum booth were all people that were working at the company. There was the artist, there was the graphic designer, there was the designer. Uh, there were four people. I think there were two designers. I can't remember that clearly. Um, yeah, and if you can talk to them, they're passionate about making games. They're passionate about their own design. It's great. I also had them at Pedal Local Games. I also had like a guy that was there helping demo, and he knows the owner of the company. He's a friend of the company, and it was like so nice. There's it's like a lot of these companies also go for the first time, and they go like they are happy to be there. Uh, of course, they want to sell, uh, and a lot of companies are also there to pitch their games to bigger companies to have a wider distribution. So they're actually happy to be there. And I'm getting off track because I really feel strongly about this. So I had to share that this story and about Teetotum. Um, it's from Vangelis Eftimio, Antonius Yiannopoulos, and others is Even Skill. Oh, it's Evan. Sorry, even Evan Skill. I think it's the same people that made the other game. Uh, oh my god. Oh, I can't now. If I now look at my number one, I cannot remember what my number one was again. But this is so on my number two. I know what my number one is because it's just because of theme. But I think mechanically this will maybe beat the other ones out if they do it correctly. So it's 1 to 4 players, 60 to 120 minutes, ages 14 and up. Restart is a tactical engine building game. You travel back in time to save humanity from its impending dystopian future. Um, each turn you will try to change course events uh, on a dynamically built tableau using your adult and child self. So you go back to your adult and stuff like that. You go back and forth to those two people that you are in the timeline. To do your best, you must recover from the side effects of time travel and regain your mental strength. To win the game, you will take action to prevent your future impending downfall and discover resources or information that will help you save it. And that's where an interesting thing comes in. You're giving a board that represents your mind, and the cards in your hand represents unique events in 4 areas. So there's food, energy, technology, and society. They start with limited resources of time tokens and adrenaline pills. Time tokens represents the time they have to change the course of events as they travel through time, and adrenaline pins can temporarily boost or buy give them their mind a temporary boost or buy them gadgets in additional abilities. You go to at least 3 eras. You make a tableau with mechanics. Yeah, you can change stuff from your present and your past or your future. I don't know if you're going back or yeah, you have to prevent. So yeah, let me see. And the displacement of team is when one player achieves a chain pattern, a series of chain reactions might affect other players, providing them with benefits and additional actions. Love that. So you have force phases: study, perception phase, intelligence, and memory phase. I know I'm boring you right now, but you can read it right there. The things that I like, you're insurance by playing cards that have chains and stuff like that, but I really like this. So, but because your actions alter the continuity of space-time, the future you remember no longer exists. You may have caused a zombie apocalypse. I think you're going to the future to prevent something, or are you going to the past? I'm getting confused by these temporal mechanics. It's Star Trek all over again. But the future you remember no longer exists. You may have caused a zombie apocalypse, a pandemic virus, the rise of the oceans, or even something worse. So grab your time travel gear, buckle up, and restart. This time you have an extra option when you finish. You can start a new game or continue your previous one in the new dystopian future that you created. This way you can create your own time travel series. I hope they can, this last sentence, I hope they can emphasize that one because it can be the what makes this game be a damn hit. Oh, for pictures, of course, pictures. I'm getting. So this is the cover. It looks so cool. Oh, so let's. I like the art. Oh, the art. Now I see that the art is so cool. I like these like banners. Is like a little bit of like a comic book kind of thing. Where I come from, the land is dry and the sky is red. I'm gonna talk to these guys again. Honestly, I never really. I think you should ask because if you're gonna be a content creator and you want to make reviews, then it's like, hey, what do you? You don't demand, of course. That would be stupid. But you can say like, hey, I have a channel or something like that. I have a very small channel, so I don't know if they're gonna give me a review copy, but I don't mind getting a review copy and just getting rid of it to send it to other reviewers. But if I could get a copy of this to to preview or something like that, it's like would be amazing. Oh, this is art. Jeez, for a moment I thought it was like miniatures, a picture of miniatures. Army of cyber zombies. Oh my god, this looks awesome. I think this is like what the future that you make in the cards, and then you can continue from there. I think. I do hope that they have like some like end game, like hey, now these are the research you can get, or there's action you can do. You can go build up from there in your second game. Prototype. I like the art. Go with a plan. Let's see. Say, oh, here's some cars. Like, oh, looks so. It looks cool. This is. Are you kidding me? How companies like first time companies, this is their second game, and it looks that great. Straight animal care. Oh, this is for the board. Oh, by the way, there's. I saw that a picture of. This is your game board. I hope it stands like this. So this is like your mind, I guess. Yes. This looks great. I'm getting goosebumps. Sorry. This is like everything that I want in the game. It's like unique. The artwork looks great. Iconography looks great. Uh, yeah, graphic design looks great. I don't mind this font even. I like that it's like bold, what you need to know. Yep. Look, this is Age of Rome. Board games. I like a good plug-in for another game. It looks nice. Oh, this is like. Okay. Yep. Okay, sorry. Let's go to the last one because we don't have much time. So the last one is whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, so that one's restart. Okay. Hey. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I saw something here. Is this miniatures? Oh, this looks amazing. Oh, your future and your child self. I'm sold. I'm already sold. I'm so sold. Oh, now I see the main board. So you can pause it. I don't want to stare too long at it, or so maybe I'll go blind. And dice looks awesome. Yeah. Oh, yeah, looks like a roll and write part of it. Okay, that's it. Number one. And you know as number one, I could easily swap it with this one, with uh, restart. Could easily swap it. And this is because of theme alone, but I think I'm gonna swap. I already made the list, but this could be like it's a top 14, and these two can occupy the same space. So this is Horror on the Orient Express, the board game. 1 to 4 players, 90 to 120 minutes, ages 14 and up. Weight 3.36. Designer Michael Gotabiowski and Adam Kwapinski. Artist Alexander Zawada. Publisher Chaosium. So the Orient Express, the thing is it's like, I'm just gonna not even read this one. It's like you're on the Orient Express and you can have to solve a dark secret on your own spread before time runs out. It's a cooperative game. It's with dice and with characters, and you have these monsters trying to attack the train. All that stuff. Um, it brings the Call of Cthulhu horror and mystery tabletop RPG into the board gaming world. Special rules, ongoing character development, and awesome play pieces. Uh, yeah, I love me some horror games, and uh, I didn't even know this was like on based on a Call of Cthulhu tabletop RPG. Let me see. So you have these things. This is a prototype. I know this is a prototype because I uh, I saw that it was a prototype because it was talked on, I think on some other channel. So this is the cover. The miniatures look great, by the way. I haven't seen the miniatures yet until now. Okay, these things look scary. Like a Mothman? These are your... I think there's also some cult leaders hidden among the characters on the train. But it's a cooperative game, so it's not like semi-cooperative, and some people are the... Unless they could put a mode in that some people on the table are secretly a cultist, but I don't know if they're gonna do that. I don't say. I think the gameplay is already like fixed. Or else they would put it in there. Oh wow, there's things hanging, trying to get into the window. Um, yeah, there's still a prototype train, I guess. Sure. Oh yeah, now this looks a little bit more finished, but yep. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Don't know what to think about the dice. I'm not sure if this is finished, but as a prototype, it looks quite solid. Some tokens in the back. Is there anything with the player boards? Yep, you have the player boards here. You can unlock some powers. I think these. Oh yeah, you can put some powers here. Then maybe activate them or unlock them. So sort of like also vampires. It looks awesome. So yeah, this is straight up my jam. So yeah. Oh, this is the train, and the thing. This is how it moves every time. So it's like an overview of the train. Yeah, that looks great. So yeah, So we've reached the that was Horror on the Orient Express. So thank you guys for watching this video of my top 15. I really made a top 15. The last two were a little bit more whew, hard to put on the 1 and 2 spot. But thank you guys for watching. You can subscribe to the channel and leave a comment. I would greatly appreciate that. If you see me at Spiel, then give me a shout out. If I'm running, run with me. Especially the first day, I will be running for games, and I will make a video soon about my about what the games that I'm hopefully trying to get or on my list. Um, so yeah, a few of the games didn't make it here because these are mostly anticipated list games. A game like Unconscious Mind, I backed the Kickstarter. I'm gonna get that soon, and uh, yeah, there's also mostly of these games are basically anticipation of games that are still to come. There was one exception, but and that other game didn't make the list, the Unconscious Mind game. So hopefully I will make this, can get this video up and running. I will make two separate videos. I think one of like the need, want, and like list, and then I will just go. Oh no, I will make a need and want list, and then I will make a like list. Uh, I will go to my like list separately, and if I have some time over, I will go to some other games and just go to the list until I get bored. So join me on my next videos coming soon, and please subscribe. And if you're going to Spiel, what are your demo games? Just put them in the comments. What are the games that you really want to play? It can also be games that already be selling there. Maybe you want to demo them first. But what are games that you want to demo? Feel free to put anything that you like. Don't put like games that are only there for demo. You can put anything that you like, anything that caught your eye. Please comment down below, and I will sure try to respond. Uh, what I think about that pick. Okay, I will wish you farewell for now, and until the next video. Bye bye. Have a great day.